Have you ever looked at a successful person and wondered, how could someone so intelligent make such a foolish decision? Or have you seen a wealthy businessman lose everything, or a brilliant student ruin a promising future, or a talented leader destroy a great opportunity? And perhaps, if we're very honest, we've all looked back at certain decisions in our own lives and asked ourselves, what was I thinking? Today, we're going to be looking to discover why intelligence alone does not protect us from taking or making bad decisions. Welcome to Hidden Riches. Here we uncover timeless principles that help us navigate purpose, business, wealth, leadership, and life. Today's Hidden Riches question is this: why do smart people make bad decisions? You see, many people believe intelligence guarantees success. And in the world that we live in today, this might look like the case, but experience teaches otherwise. Some of the most educated people in our society have made disastrous decisions. Some of the greatest business collapses were not caused by ignorance. They were caused by poor judgment. And the truth is this: knowledge and wisdom are not the same thing. You can possess information and still lack direction. You can have intelligence and still make very costly mistakes. Yes, that is rife in our society today. Let me give you an example. Years ago, during my banking career, I met highly educated individuals, earning substantial incomes. Some of them used to work in the oil companies or the major MNCs of the day. Many had impressive credentials, yet some of them struggled financially, even coming to borrow from others. Not because they lacked intelligence, but because they made poor financial decisions repeatedly. A person may understand compound interest and still spend recklessly. A person may understand business and still ignore the warning signs or the red flags as they are presented. A person may know what is right and still choose what is convenient. The issue was never information. The issue will always be judgment. And that is the integral differential. Intelligence gathers information. Wisdom applies that information correctly. Repeat slowly after me. I said, intelligence gathers information. Wisdom applies information correctly. Many people spend years collecting information. Very few spend those years developing judgment that is consequence of those information. And life, in turn, rewards judgment alone. You see, the word of the Lord speaking in Proverbs 3 verse 5 to 6 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all of thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Notice the warning. Do not lean entirely upon your own understanding. And why, you may ask? Because understanding has limits. Wisdom requires humility. And wise people often ask themselves critical questions. Critical questions like, what am I missing? What don't I know? Who can help me see this thing clearly? Consider Rehoboam as illustrated in the Bible. When he became king, he faced an important and critical decision in his life. He went and met the old counselors that worked with his father, and they advised him to serve the people. The young stars that advised him encouraged him to be harsh to the people. He rejected experienced counsel and followed the advice that he preferred. And the result? The kingdom was divided. One decision, massive consequences. You see, he had authority, but he lacked wisdom. So what are the steps you can take to ensure your life moves smoother with judgment? Number one, slow down on major decisions. That is very, very critical. Number two, make sure you seek wise counsel always. Number three, separate facts from emotions, because these things are always usually mixed together. And number four, ask yourself what could go wrong in this decision I'm about to take. Number five, pray and reflect before committing totally to the decision. This week, ask yourself one very important question. And that question is this: what important decision am I currently making? And whose wisdom have I invited into that process? Because hidden inside one wise decision may be a future you cannot yet imagine. Remember, intelligence gathers information. Wisdom applies that information correctly. This is Hidden Riches. Discover, build, and prosper.